The first time she saw his message, she was holding a plastic bowl of okra soup, seated on a shaky plastic chair outside her cousin's kiosk in Ikorodu. Her name was Imode, and nothing about her life screamed America. But that message changed everything. Hi there, I saw your comment on Temu and you have such a warm smile. Are you from Nigeria? She stared at it, her lips twitching into a smile. Not because of the words. They were standard, boring even, but because of what they represent. A white man, a foreign man, an American man messaging her. His name was Bradley Pierce, a 39-year-old logistic manager from Idaho who had visited Africa once on a mission trip. His Temu profile picture showed him in khaki shirts, holding a carton of electric kettles. He looked harmless, even sweet, a little awkward, which Imode found charming. At 28, Imode had seen enough disappointment to last a lifetime. After a year of waiting tables, working odd jobs, and getting ghosted by local men who only called when they were broke, this stranger's attention felt hopeful and different. They started chatting every day. Tell me more about you, he do ask, and she did, carefully curated. Of course, she told him about her work helping her aunt sew akara and lace material, her dream to be a fashion designer someday, her love for gospel music and clean homes. She left out the part about leaking roofs she kept under, the drunk neighbor who catcalled her every night, the frustration of having a degree in business, admin that mean nothing in a city where jobs require connection. Brad was responsive, funny, curious. He asked deep questions, sent little videos of his snow-covered backyard, and within 3 weeks, he said the words that made her breath hitch. I think I'm falling in love with you, Imode, and I want to visit you soon, maybe even bring you back with me. The day Bradley landed in Lagos, Imode's heart was beating faster than Okada traffic at rush hour. She wore her finest dress, a turquoise Ankara gown with soft pleats and borrowed heels from her cousin friend. Her makeup was light, her edges were brushed flat. This was the man she said he loved her, who sent her $300 for her birthday, who promised to change her life. But when he stepped out of Murtala Mohammed International Airport, squinting behind sunglasses and sweating like a roasted yam, she felt something she hadn't expected: disappointment. He looked older than his profile picture. His face was puffier. The sparkle in his online smile was absent now, replaced by the tired, cautious stare of a man out of his element. He didn't hug her the way she imagined, just a one-arm side part. Wow, you are shorter than I thought, he said, chuckling nervously. Still cute, though. Imode laughed politely, her heart sinking a little. The ride to Ikorodu was a disaster. Brad was fidgety, muttering about madness on the roads. No seatbelts? Are we even safe? Does anyone here follow traffic rules? I should have taken a taxi from the hotel instead of trusting these Uber things. Imode tried to soothe him. This is just Lagos, she said with a smile. It's wide, but we survive. He nodded, but the look in his face and eyes wasn't wonder. It was judgment. When they arrived at her family compound, she expected awkward greetings and tense smiles. What she didn't expect was the stiffness in Brad's jaw as soon as she saw the neighborhood. This is where you live? He whispered. It's different. Her younger cousin, Ranti, rushed out barefooted to greet them, her face gleaming with excitement. Oyibo, welcome, sir. But Brad barely acknowledged her. He sat like a stranger in his own skin, as her aunt brought out zobo and chinchin. During the traditional welcome, Imode watched him closely. He was trying, but barely. That night at the hotel, he didn't kiss her. Instead, he sat on the bed, wiped his face, and said, "This is going to be harder than I thought." Imode asked gently, "What is it?" Adjusting. "I didn't think Nigeria would feel this raw." She wanted to defend her country, but she also wanted his ring, his visa, his love. So she nodded, stayed quiet, and rubbed his back. By morning, he proposed. When the plane touched down in Boise, Idaho, it was cold, not the kind of Hamatan chill she knew back home. This was a biting, dry cold that crept into her bones. Brad didn't offer his coat. He just walked ahead of her, rolling his suitcase like it was another duty to perform. Imode looked around. The small airport, her breath fogging in the air. No welcome party, no Nigerian community members, just rows of tired Americans in puffer jackets. "Where's your family?" she asked, softly as they waited at the curb. "My mom's dead. My brother lives in Texas. No one else close," he replied flatly. She nodded. "So it's just us." "Just us," he said, and then added, "That's how I like it." They didn't go to a house or an apartment. They went to a trailer. A beige mobile home tucked behind a gas station near Cardwell, with a faded siding and a porch light that flickered like a dying star. The yard was littered with old tools and plastic buckets. A faded American flag drooped by the mailbox. "Is this your place?" she asked, shocked. "Yes, it's paid for. No rent. Better than debt." "But you said—" "What I said was, it's mine." She stood frozen, her dreams of suburban streets, warm thickness, soft couches, gone like breath in the cold. Inside was worse. There was no proper dining table, just a small foldable one near the kitchenette. The carpet was stained, and the couch sagged in the middle. His room smelled of old socks and body spray. Her room, the spare had no bedsheet, just a bare mattress with a blanket that smelled of dust. "Well, we'll get to set up. Give it a week," he muttered. But that week stretched into two, then a month. No proper clothes shopping, no driver's license arrangement, no tours, just rules. "Don't open the curtains. People here are nosy. No calls to Nigerians unless you use my phone. No social media, too much noise and fake people." A mother full of dreams, when she stepped onto that plane, was now walking on eggshells in a home that felt like a cage. Brad's kindness began to disappear like a mist. He monitored her course, controlled her meal, criticized how she cleaned, how she talked, even how she breathed at night. He still didn't touch her, not romantically, not even casually. Sometimes he'd walk past her like she wasn't there. "Did I do something wrong?" she asked one night, her voice cracking. "You are always asking questions," he snapped. "Just be grateful you are here. You are an American now. Isn't this what you wanted?" But it wasn't. Not like this. Not with him. She began to lose weight. Her sleep turned shallow. Her dreams, when they came, were full of red dust, and her aunt's voice whispering, "Don't let it swallow your voice." One day, she looked in the mirror and barely recognized the girl in the reflection. Her glow was gone. Her eyes were dull. "This isn't freedom," she thought. "This is captivity in another name." It began with a drawer, a stupid drawer she wasn't even meant to open. But that day, Brad had left in a rush for his night shift at a warehouse, and the mother was searching for a clean towel. She tugged it open, thinking it was just linen storage, and that's when she saw it. A small box, locked with a tiny padlock. Nothing fancy, just plastic and old. She hesitated. Then, as if led by something deeper than curiosity, she picked it up, used a hairpin she found behind the mirror, and Jimmy the locked open. Inside, chaos, photos, old letters, torn-up IDs, burned corners, a wedding band. The first photo made her gasp. A woman, dark-skinned, Nigerian maid, smiled in a white dress. Another, the same woman with Brad, holding hands, standing in front of a justice court. He's been married before? The letter told the rest of the story. One envelope, postmarked from Atlanta, began with, "This is to confirm your spouse's immigration petition was terminated due to a criminal report filed." Another, a court document, was titled, "Restraining Order, Bradley D. Pierce, Domestic Emotionally Harm Allegation." Imode's legs gave way. She sat on the carpet, heart pounding. He brought another woman here, and something went horribly wrong. She started searching his laptop next. He'd installed a VPN, but left his tabs open. One of them, an obscure forum titled Western Values, Expert Wives Discussion, featured posts under the username BPR64. His most recent post read, "Third time trying. All I want is someone grateful. I provide food and shelter. These women always start sweet. Then they think they are queen. Not this one. I'll handle it right." She couldn't breathe. Third time? So there was more than one woman before her. And this wasn't just awkward adjustment. This was a pattern. She was the next in a line of foreign women he'd chosen, isolated and subdued. "I'll handle it right?" That sentence echoed in her ears. That night, she didn't sleep. She put the box back exactly how she found it, cleaned up, made dinner, smiled when he returned. "Chicken again?" he asked with a grunt. "Yes," she said sweetly. "I'll try beef next time." Inside her mind was racing. I have to get out. But it wasn't that simple. Her visa status was conditional, tied to him for 2 years. She had no social security number yet, no driver's license, no friends. Even worse, he had her red passport. "It's safer with him," Hidu said months ago. "What if you lose it?" She hadn't argued then. Now she realized she had walked willingly into a trap, a pretty one, paved with Temu charts and snow pictures, but a trap nonetheless. And then, one day, the biggest shock came. A message on Facebook from a woman named Oluchi Okoro. "Hi, you don't know me, but I was once married to Brad too. I saw your wedding photo tagged on someone's page. Please, if you're with him, get out while you still can." The mother's throat tightened. Oluchi sent photos, voice notes, even a copy of her restraining order. In one voice, Oluchi said, "He's not just emotionally manipulative. He isolates you, gaslights you. He never hits, but he breaks your spirit. That's worse. I ran after he locked me outside in the snow for 4 hours. I still have nerve damage in my fingers." The mother stared at her hands, her fingers, her breath caught. "I can't stay here. I won't become the next Oluchi." After Oluchi's message, the mother moved like a ghost, silent, careful, strategic. She stopped asking questions, stopped picking fights, smiled more, cooked his favorite meals, let him believe she was finally settling in. But behind her smile, a plan was blooming. She used his old tablet when he was asleep, downloaded Google Voice, made a secret Gmail, joined support forum for immigrant spouses, learned about the I-360 VAWA petition, a special waiver that allowed abused spouses to apply for a green card without a sponsor. But she needed evidence, proof, and time. She began keeping a journal, hidden inside the cover of her Bible, dates, conversations, how often he isolated her, tracked her calls, insulted her cooking, or dismissed her ideas. December 4th, called me a third word.